Talking Again podcast. This is Fidel, your host. I'm here in studio today with, I'll say Angel Ramirez. I was throwing it out to you. Angel Ramirez, but also known as Dad Coach.
Dad Coach.
And where'd you get the name Dad Coach?
I'm a dad before anything else.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest, that's probably my biggest accomplishment in life is probably being a dad. And I realized that, I grew up with no dad. Granted, I was adopted when I was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same at all. It's not the same. And that's why I know it's not the same. You don't treat it the same. And I didn't want that when I had my son. When me and my son's mom split up and I became a single dad. I grew up real quick. I've always been mature for my age. I've always been mature for who I was at different levels of my life. But I think I matured on a different level. Yeah. Where I realized that when we split up and I was going to be a single dad, I didn't want to be the dad that I had, which was a dad. I was dadless. Yeah. So I put 100% effort into it. And at the end of the day, that's probably the best thing I could ever did in life was put 100% effort in being a father. Mm-hmm. So that's why, before anything else, I'm a dad. That's why I'm able to preach on. It's how you interact with them. Yeah. You give them respect. You get respect. Yeah. Because that's why there's a lot of coaches out there that they yell at their kids. They belittle their kids. They call their own blood kids. Like I'm talking their own seed. Like a dumbass for missing a ball.
I've seen that firsthand.
And it's like, bro, do you know what you mentally are doing to your son right now? You are breaking your son to when he turns 15, 16 years old, he going to despise you, bro. Yeah. Anything you try to tell him, he ain't going to listen to you. So then when you want to, hey, I'm just using your name. Hey, Timmy, mm-hmm. why you doing drugs? Come talk to your dad. All of a sudden, you want me to talk to you? Since when? Yeah. Since when you want to be my friend? Because I've been a dumbass since you called me a dumbass when I was 7 because I messed up off fly. And you lose that respect. And knowing that because of life and not having a real dad and having an adopted dad, but being treated differently. Yeah. And going through mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. I knew I didn't want my own blood, my own seed, my own cub to go through something like that. Yeah. So, and I just happened to be good at baseball, and I've always been his coach. So, that name just fits me. Yeah. And no one could do it.
Did you give yourself your name?
I gave myself my name.
That's good.
And it came like that.
Yeah.
When I said I need a name.
Dad Coach.
Dad Coach, because that's what I am. I'm a dad before I'm a coach. My baseball, everything that I do, it revolves around my son's schedule. Mm-hmm. Because I got to be in my son's games. Yeah. I ain't never missed a game with my sons. And if I do, oh, man, I feel like I missed the world. Yeah. That's why I realized that I gotta really make this succeed because we got future plans. And it was hard leaving work at 3 o'clock to get to his game by 4 o'clock. Yeah. And I clocked in at 9 o'clock. My jobs were always cool. They were lenient because I was always cool. I was always real with them. Yeah. I let them know, I'm a dad. You can't tell me I can't clock out because I will quit. Yeah. You can't tell me I can't go to my son's assembly. Yeah. I didn't have first of all, I didn't even get good grades when I was little. But if I did, I'm assuming I would want my parents in those stands. Right. So I'm going to do what I never had. I'm going to be in them stands for my son. Yeah. Even if I got to call off, okay, cool, write me up. Because at the end of the day, I know it's for the right reasons. Yeah. I ain't oversleep because I partied. I didn't want to clock in because I decided to, play a ditch game and go to the beach or something. It was for my son. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I've always been like that. So I'm a dad before I'm a coach. Yeah. That's why Dad Coach.
I like it. Before we get into the baseball talk, because you mentioned it a couple times already. When you were 8 years old, you grew up without a father? Did you ever meet your dad? Because I know you mentioned something about being in the foster system.
I met him. He was in the picture till I was probably about 7. Okay. And I understand now probably why he gave up. Because I got to go through a lot of court custody battles. Mm-hmm. That's our biggest obstacle and fight in life. Yeah. Well, at least me and my son, because we go through it together. And so that's why I remember seeing him like at 7 when I used to go to Monterey Park. Monterey Park is children's court. You don't ever want to go there. If you ever go to children's court at Monterey Park, that means you screwed. That means your kids are taken away from you. That children's services have been involved. They ain't placed with you no more. They're in foster system. Yeah. That's a whole nother ballgame for children. That's a whole broken down courthouse because kids are away from family there. Yeah. So I remember going there and him being there. But the thing is that's why for a single dad, there's a lot of obstacles. You mean, but I understand it, and I understand that I'm just part of the system. So, you mean, last time I saw him was probably like 7. Mm-hmm. There's no hatred, anything like that. It's just, I just never needed him. I didn't need him now. I didn't need him then. I don't need him now. I mean, jokingly, I've asked because when people were like, I seen your dad. Yeah. He's like a bum or something like that. And I said, is he rich? I'm talking millionaire, billionaire rich. Yeah. I said, because if he's rich, I want to meet him. Yeah. But if he's not, for what? What are we going to talk about? Yeah. What are we going to... And I don't even have hatred or... Like, it's just for what? Like, it's a waste of my... I got stuff to do. I got my own son. Yeah. What you want me to do? Go kill 20 minutes out of my time? I could be training or something? Yeah, right. I could be... You mean working with some kid or something? You want me to go chill with you and talk about what? Because we don't have no stories to talk about. Yeah. So that was probably the last time, like 7. So
I'm gathering that he wasn't a great father to you.
No, it's not. I don't think it's about being a great father. I think it's your hands are tied when you're in situations like that. Your hands are tied. And I understand that because I go through court battles, and it's very hard. It's very hard because.
But I mean, your hands are tied. As you're
my
saying,
hands are always tied.
You're tied right now, but you've gone through it.
Because I'm a different person. Right. You got to be mentally strong. And that's why I'm able to teach and do what I do. Yeah. Because I never gave up. It's easy to give up. If you be successful by giving up, everybody be able to do it. Right. So that's why. But at the same time, I think it takes a different mentality. I mean, I could have slipped a lot of times, but that's why. One, I've always been a believer at a different age. I've never been weak. I'm gonna fall because I'm human. Yeah. You mean just if I trip, I'm gonna fall, but my job is to get back up. Right. If I fall and stay down, you gonna look at me and look at me like I'm a punk. That's it. You stood down, bro. Like you weak. Mm-hmm. But if you trip and fall, oh yeah, you tough. That's the lifestyle I came from. I came from a tough lifestyle. Yeah. I don't know how to be weak because I've always been strong. I just knew how to stay mentally strong. Yeah. So them obstacles that every dad goes through. That's why I think I even told a therapist of mine, I said, I understand why dads give up because I just always been fortunate enough to have jobs that understood. Like, look, I got court, bro. I got to pick up my son at this time. I got to. Mm-hmm. Like, it ain't a plain situation. Right. Like, if I don't, I get my son taken. So that's why I didn't know. I didn't want to do that forever. Yeah. So, yeah. It's just something that I knew. It's just hard, bro. It's just hard, and it's something that it's easy to give up, and I can understand why people give up. Yeah. Because it's just a lot of BS. If my job, jobs fire people. Imagine you had like an agency job. Right. And it's unfortunate, but a lot of dads who are in the system, they can only get agency jobs. So imagine when you have an agency job and then you have to go jump through hoops with court that say you got to come to court, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to attend some mandatory counseling during the week. Bro, jobs ain't going. It's not going to be something that a job's going to say like, cool. Yeah, of course. They're going to be like, yo, we need you here. Like, right. If not, we're going to let you go. Right. And we're human. We got to survive. So I understand why dads probably quit because it's like, bro, I need to make this money now. Like, I can't attend this class. I don't have the money for this class. It's hard. Yeah. And that's probably why they're like, fuck, like you'll understand maybe in the future. And I can understand that because I just never gave up though. I'm going to make it work. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make it work. I'll work 3 jobs, 4 jobs so I can pay for all my court fees and stuff like that. But not everybody's like me. Right. But that's how, that's how big I take being a dad. Because at the end of the day, my son sees me. And that's why I know, at the end of the day, you're only going to be, this is something I've always said, you're going to be as strong as your parent. If you got a weak parent, you're gonna be a weak kid.
I believe that.
If you got a strong parent, you're gonna be a strong kid. Because that's who they look up to. So if they see you give up, well, guess what they're going to do in 10, 15, 20 years? They're going to give up.
Yeah.
But if they see, my dad was a hard worker, well, guess what you just naturally, genetically building? You building hard workers. Because they see mom and dad work hard. They see mom and dad love each other. So they're going to have a loving relationship.
Yeah.
You mean, so that's what I really believe.
That's a little contradicting because what you're saying, what your dad went through and he gave up, but you didn't give up. Now, at 8 years old, you're set in a foster home?
No, you're adopted? By 8 years old, I was legally adopted.
You're legally adopted. So what happened, if you don't mind me asking, what happened with your mom?
She was a drug addict. She was a drug addict. So they took me away from her because she was a drug addict. And then after that, she passed away last year, last May. Overdose. Yeah. But yeah, that's just always been her life. You
kept in contact with her?
No.
You just heard through the grapevine, or?
That she passed.
Yeah.
Well, I was adopted into family. My biological uncle is my dad, so that's her. That's my real mom's brother through real brother through their mom.
That's your biological father?
That's my biological uncle.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they
okay.
adopted.
Yeah.
I got adopted into the family.
Okay.
So you mean it wasn't a secret? You mean family gossip?
So you were adopted, but you're still with your family. That's good. Blood.
I got adopted. They ended up adopting me.
Okay.
Through the system.
So would you say, is that where you got you were grounded? You changed your mentality, the way of thinking, and not following the footsteps of your father?
Nah, I was just born different. I was just different. Yeah. You mean I can't use him as an excuse? Right. I mean, because I can't control what he did. I can only control what I can do, and I've always known that. So no, yeah. As far as dad, I was.
Is that where that lion mentality comes in?
Yeah, because you got to think different. You got to think stronger. You got to. You got to remember this. Like I say, I'm a first generation. I don't consider my past anything. Really, my son is. I'm just, he's first generation. That's what I call it, because I don't even know where I come from. I have no, as far as. You don't remember, you don't know where you're born? As far as, you come from there, my
you don't understand, you don't know your roots.
I know my roots, but my family's so broken up that, bro, we building something from scratch. Yeah. We can't go based off of statistics.
You're working off a clean slate.
Yeah, we building a whole you first generation. Our life starts now. Yeah. So yeah, that's where the lion mentality comes in, because we gotta think differently. We gotta think like a beast. We gotta eat. Every day we gotta eat, because lions eat. Yeah. Lions eat. They don't get eaten.
Lions eat the weak.
Lions eat the weak. Yeah. Exactly. Lions eat the weak, and that's why I that's the whole reason of this program, is to make sure that those kids don't become the weak in the future. Because there's already so much weak people in this road that we can't control, we can't change. Yeah. That have a lot of big positions in this road, and you can't control that. But you can control the future and make some strong kids, strong, confident. Smart kids because our kids are part of the future. Right. And I know I'm building my son to survive. And at the end of the day, we know how it is to live in this world full of idiots. Yeah. And you can't control idiots. Right. So that's why, the whole point is to build some successful, strong kids, because, one's better than none. Right. And that's the whole point of, what I do is to build some confident kids, is not make them weak, because we got to teach them how to eat the weak. I use it in baseball. I'm from the streets. I know exactly how we think. Yeah. I use streets into baseball. No coach ever want to go head up with me. Yeah. I'll take you out the game. Yeah. Don't sell on my block. Don't come to my field and try to sell. You gone. Where's your people? Because I'll coach you and take your people with you. Because it's a whole nother ballgame. Yeah. I'm hustling too. It's just a different product.
That's the main thing, is having that confidence that you have right now. It's like, if you don't have it, then you're weak. Yeah. You're not that line.
And that's the same thing that how I teach my son and how I teach every other kid, that we're gonna be so good that we gonna eat. We won't be eating. Every day we eat. Yeah. So we could feast when it matters. So when we go into battle, I don't ever got to worry about you. Yeah. Because we can't hold our kids' hands forever.
Of course.
And I want to make sure that when I'm not there, he's strong. Like right now, he's with his mom. I got no control what he does.
Yeah.
But I know that I got him built so strong mentally, emotionally, and physically that I know he won't get kidnapped.
Yeah.
I know he won't get assaulted. I know no little kids are going to punk him because he's not even a bully, but he knows how to defend himself.
Yeah.
And that's stuff. That's just common sense stuff right there. So at the same time, that's why I say you got to be so strong that, baseball wise.
Yeah.
That you're going to eat the weak. And unfortunately, if they ain't training as hard as you, well, that's their bad.
Yeah.
But even teams, like, it's unfortunate that the weak ones are the ones who are at the end of the lineups.
Yeah.
And they get left behind. So my job is I want to make sure that they ain't the weak ones growing up.
Yeah.
We build them to be some strong kids.
So I grew up playing soccer. I wish, I'll tell you this right now, and I can say with an honest face, I wish I played baseball instead of soccer. I love playing soccer, but I'm really starting to love baseball.
Why is that?
Because the game is so much more than just a game. And you talked about this a lot right now that we started. Go ahead, man, of course. You've talked about this a lot, that it's life. It's part of life.
Yeah.
And there's so much that I've been able, because I've been coaching, but nothing like you, like the coaching that I watch some of your videos to get and use on the field when I'm coaching.
I'm
so
glad, man. My stuff's real. My stuff works.
No, it's good stuff. But there's a lot more into it that we'll get into later on about the coaching that I'm not doing. Now, I try to use the analogies of life and baseball, but because the lack of baseball that I know, I'm unable to decipher it into a life experience and life teaching moment, which I'm going to jump on one of your clinics one day. But
you just got to see the clinic, man.
I would like to participate in the clinic. So
yeah, were you talking about the kids clinic or the coaches clinic?
The coaches clinic.
Okay. Because even that one.
Yeah.
But the thing is I don't know, because I take it to another level. I don't see it until afterwards when I watch my videos. I'm like, dang, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or when I hear the same consistent reviews or compliments. But the thing is that's why it's the mental part of it. Anybody can teach you how to throw a ball. But if you don't know how to throw a ball or why you're throwing a ball, it's useless.
The why. It's the why I think is the most important part. Because you can teach a kid how to catch the ball, how to hit the ball appropriately, but it's why you're doing it. A lot of people aren't teaching that, and I think that you're supposed to when you're teaching, you got to slow it down a little bit. A lot of it is fast, but in Little League, that's where I'm coaching. Sometimes you only get an hour of practice. Yeah. Which if I have my way, 3 hours, 3 hours of practice my way.
Okay.
You can't do that. After when your practices start at 6 or 7, you're not going to be out of there at 10. It just won't happen. But having coaches like yourself is very important, And so when you're out there, I'm surprised that more kids in Little League aren't doing it. And if they are, maybe I don't see it.
What do you mean?
As far as in performance, and as far as the way the kids carry themselves.
Yeah.
Because you do get a lot of stubborn kids, A lot of kids that were told that they're good.
Yeah.
At the age of 8 and 10, are told that they're great players, and I just don't believe that. So, how is it that your philosophy with baseball and life?
So the thing is
how are you applying it?
So at the end of the day, my life experiences as far as for example, I was adopted when I was little, right? So being adopted. It's abnormal. It's not normal. It's something that other kids either make fun of you about. It's like being a whole different race when you're younger, and kids are just ignorant to the fact that y'all both kids.
Most kids don't know.
Most kids don't know, and
if
kids are if they're not being raised properly with respect and being taught how to respect people, they become just who they're being guided by.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're being around ignorant people, they're going to say ignorant stuff naturally. And I understand that. So when I was younger and I was in the foster system, or I knew my mom, my adopted parents who adopted me, it was obvious they weren't my parents. We didn't look alike.
Yeah.
We had no comparison. There was nothing like, they would be like, who do you, and I'd be like, my grandpa. I look like my grandpa.
Yeah.
Because I was, it's being adopted when you're younger, man. It's the same You mean I'm not? You mean I'm not gay, but it's the same embarrassment. It's almost like when people find out you adopted, you become embarrassed because it's not normal.
Yeah.
And it becomes something that you want to keep a secret for the rest of your life. Until you realize I hit a certain age when I went to college that there's a lot more adopted people out there.
Yeah.
But everybody's normal when they're little. They got the same mom, they got their same dad, they got their siblings in their house, their real siblings. So I wasn't normal. So when I played baseball, when they put me in baseball, my adopted parents they would like take me at like 4, like until it became legal and legally adopted at 8. And they didn't put me in baseball with the intentions of me being probably who I am or doing what I do. They just put me in baseball. And I realized that the better I became at baseball, I didn't have friends growing up.
Yeah.
Because people knew I was the kid that was adopted. And kids tease. That's why I'm big on being nice to other kids. The
anti-bullying type.
For example, I get kids all the time at camp, and I get so many personalities, and it's amazing because that's where the dad comes out. That's where the dad comes out for every individual kid, and not every individual kid gets the same treatment. And they all get treated the same fairly, and they all get loved the same. They just get talked to differently. They get trained differently because there's some that have that a broken background already. And with them you can't be soft with them because they don't know soft, and they don't like soft because they come from their guards up. So when you try to be soft to them, they don't know who they're not. That's not something they're norm to. That you got to be a little bit more straight up with them. Yeah. No, not aggressive, because I'm never aggressive. You just got to be more honest and open with them. Like, look, bro, I ain't here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. Yeah. I even say, like, look, keep your hands off of them. That's not what we do here. We help. We're not here. Kids say things without thinking. And that's the biggest thing. That's why I teach more than baseball. Yeah. Okay. And I'll just give an example. If a kid teases another kid and he says, "Oh, you suck," because we're at camp and another kid misses the ball. "Oh, you suck." We got to remember what they're all there for. Yeah. You guys are all here for the same reason, to get better. You know what I mean? And I tell them, I said, no one sucks. We don't say that to people. We pick them up. That's our teammate, bro. Yeah. It's our teammate for this week. Yeah. And I'm teaching you how to be not only a baseball player, but a person in life. That's our teammate. We pick them up. We only gonna be as good as our team. And it takes 12 people to win a game. That's why I understand it. And so that's why I'm so good at it, because that's why if you do your job, everybody does their job, we win. That's why it sucks, but Mike Trout's probably the best player in the game. But the Angels aren't good because he could go 4 for 4. Yeah. But he can't pitch the game either. Right. He ain't gonna control the game. He just gets his 4 at bats and catches 3 fly balls in the outfield. Yeah. So that's why I tell every kid that do you remember when someone told you that you sucked? How did it feel? And I said, ugly, huh? Because that's an ugly feeling when someone tells you suck. And they look at me and they say, yeah. And I said, why would you do that to somebody else when you know it hurt you when somebody told you that you sucked? Yeah. Why would you tell him he sucked? Did you like that feeling? No. Then why would you want that feeling on somebody else? Yeah. When you felt how that feeling felt, and they change it up real quick. That's how I teach life in baseball. Because on the baseball field, we don't say you suck, bro. Just the same thing in life. No one sucks, bro. We pick each other up. So that's how. That's an example of how life and baseball come in hand.
It's a little bit of mentoring, is what you're doing too.
At the end of the day, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, and guiding them. Because I say every kid's gonna get guided naturally. You remember getting guided through an aunt, through an uncle, through a grandpa. Somebody who did something great, for example.
I'm still getting guided now.
Yeah, I told one of my cousins yesterday, I told him, I said, man, one thing I always remember, I said, when growing up, I said, I only have like one good memory with you. I said, when we were in the garage and you were doing the speed bag for boxing, and you told me, Angel, come learn how to do the speed bag. Because it was something that you were, 1, being nice about, and 2, teaching me. I would always remember that. Yeah. And it's just common sense. If you treat people good, they're going to listen to you. They're going to always remember you. They're going to always have respect for you. They're going to listen to you. And that's why I said, I always remember that. Yeah. I mean, so that's why at the end of the day, your kid's gonna get guided, man, naturally. It's just who are they gonna get guided from? Someone good or someone bad? Someone bad on the street who gonna turn them into God knows what, or someone good that's gonna give them goals, they're gonna give them vision, they're gonna turn them into something good. So every kid gonna get guided.
Yeah,
it's just up to who's gonna guide them.
Right.
You mean, so my job is to guide them in the right direction.
Yeah. And you, going back to your childhood, you grew up in El Monte?
I grew up in Baldwin Park.
Baldwin Park.
My biological side grew up in El Monte.
Okay.
I grew up in Baldwin Park.
So Baldwin Park. Now, was baseball something that kind of kept you off the street?
Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because I knew where I came from, and I knew who my family was. I knew. I mean, and biologically, my brothers and family are gang members. Mm-hmm. Respected gang members.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is that's why I know that this game could take you out the streets, because it gave me something that, I mean, the reason why people join gangs is because they fiend for love. Mm-hmm. They fiend for attention. They fiend for stuff that they ain't got at home.
For guidance.
For guidance. And once they get guided, and even though it's a bad thing, they feel like it's love. Like, I can't wait to be with the homies again in the hood. Mm-hmm. Because all they're getting is love. Like, oh man, that was dope, dog. You got my back. You mean, oh man, bro, like you one of the dopest cool dudes. That they never had that compliment. Mm-hmm. They never had that. Like, damn, you think me?
Like that brotherhood.
Yeah, you think me? Because all my family think I'm dope. Like, and you think I'm dope? Hell yeah, I want to kick it over here again. Mm-hmm. And so that's why, baseball gave me visions. It gave me visions, man. It gave me dreams. I knew where I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. We all at the early childhood, we all say the pros.
Right.
And don't ever knock it, man. Don't ever tell a kid they can't do it. Mm-hmm. Because all those dudes you see on TV, they used to be kids at one time. Right. And if they human, we human. Mm-hmm. We can do it too. Mm-hmm. And I know it because I met a lot of professional baseball players. Like, me and you shaking hands this close. Yeah. Like, closer. Like, me and Jeter done hugged each other a couple of times. He's real. Derek Jeter. Yeah. New York Yankees.
Number 2.
Is real. Mm-hmm. I touched him. He's real.
Flash.
So don't ever tell a kid that dream is not real. Right. It's just going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of focus. It's going to take a lot of dedication. But it's real, and you could get there if you do everything you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And my job is to make sure that I'm going to do everything that you can do to get there. Because, I got the answers, man.
Can you get a kid that doesn't want to play baseball to play baseball?
Yep.
To love
see reviews?
How do you do that? Just because I feel that if the kid doesn't want to be here, why is he here? Get out of here.
He's okay. This is the answer. Baseball is really hard. Yeah. And I understand that, because baseball is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
You got to hit a moving ball. And you got to hit it fair, and you got to hit it on the right spot, and you got to hit it for a base hit, right? It's hard. It's hard to catch those balls sometimes. But it's easy when you understand it. Mm-hmm. And it's just like everything else. When something's hard, you give up because you're just not being taught properly. Yeah. Those are the kids who give up. Those are the kids who don't want to play because they weren't taught properly. So when you're taught properly, it's like a video game. You want to play it. Yeah. Duh. Right. And the thing is us parents, we forget that baseball is a game. Just like Fortnite, just like video games that all these kids are playing. You ain't never yelled at your kid for losing at Fortnite. Yeah. You ain't never yelled at them. Right. What? You got another loss? Oh, man. Yeah. But it sucks that you struck out. Oh, man. Catch the ball. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Do you know what that kid's thinking? This ain't fun. Mm-hmm. Y'all said baseball was fun. Because baseball is really fun. It's beautiful. You go to a Dodger game, you go to an Angel game, you go to any game. It's fun. The lights are fun. The music is fun. The food is fun. The game is fun. The scenery is fun. Mm-hmm. That's why kids want to be professional baseball players, because it looks fun. Yeah. Everybody's cheering. But then when you get on that field and you don't know how to do it, and kids and parents think you're going to be a pro, but you still don't know how to do it. Yeah. And you yell at them, they realize it's not fun no more. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to play this game because you're mean to me. Yeah. When I play this game, you yell at me. You curse at me. Yeah, yeah. You say bad things when we play this game. It's not fun. I don't want to play it. And then that's the thing. It's almost like Fortnite. And that's the same thing I tell these kids. When you play Fortnite, when y'all play Minecraft, when y'all play any games, how hard was that the first time y'all played it? Who died right away? And they all excited. Me, I died right away.
Yeah.
How good are you now? Oh, everybody wants to be on my team.
Yeah.
How hard is baseball the first day? Very hard. But if you get back up and you realize where you failed at, and now we got to fix that part.
Yeah.
It's like Fortnite. You mean we're not gonna walk into the same place and get killed again? I ain't never played Fortnite, but it's Grand Theft Auto or another video game.
Right.
We know that there's a bad guy at the corner that's gonna kill us right away because it's the computer set up like that. Well, we're not gonna hit that corner.
Yeah.
I mean, now we know to hit that corner and probably shoot something or throw a grenade. And you learn from it, and that's how I teach baseball. You mean, but at the end of the day, I realized that baseball's a really hard sport when you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
When you know how to do it, it's very fun. And when it becomes fun, I mean, that's when it becomes easy. When it becomes easy, it becomes fun. That's when everybody wants to do it.
I wouldn't even say easy. I would say natural.
No, it becomes fun. Not natural. It becomes fun.
Because it's hard. I think baseball's so hard.
No, it becomes fun.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
It becomes fun when you drop dingers. It's fun when you have kids chasing balls.
Yeah.
It's fun when you strike out another kid.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, what did you say it was?
It's not easy.
No, you said it was. It wasn't fun. It was
natural. When it comes natural to you.
No.
When you get hit and you know exactly what you need to do, you don't have to turn it around.
That's just hard. That's just called muscle memory.
Right.
You mean that? It just. You mean you brush your teeth naturally, but it's just you brush your teeth for 30 years that you're a pro at it.
Yeah.
It becomes fun. It's like a game. It's a game. It's hide and seek.
Yeah.
How fun was tag when you were the fast person?
Right.
I'm talking the fast kid.
Yeah.
You can get away from anybody. You can jump over walls.
Or tag everybody, yeah.
Tag everybody. You the man. Well, that's how I compare baseball. It's not fun when you're the fat kid.
Yeah.
It's not fun when everybody tags you right away.
Unless you're hitting bombs.
No. Well, what I'm saying is it's not fun when it's not fun when you're the fat kid playing tag. It's fun when you're the fast kid.
Right.
It's fun. I love tag because no one could catch me.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I teach baseball. At the end of the day, we're gonna work so hard that it's fun dropping doubles.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's fun when you drop a bomb and everybody cheers for you.
Yeah.
And that's the feeling that I want all these kids to feel, because that's the feeling, that's that internal feeling that no one could ever take from you. That's the internal feeling that makes you want to strive and do better. Yeah. And do it again because you like that feeling. You ever been cheered for?
Oh yeah.
It's a fun feeling.
It's good. Feels good.
It's a fun feeling, and it's a feeling that you want to feel again. Yeah. And it's a feeling that it leads to bigger goals and bigger dreams. Like, dang, if you cheered for a double, I wonder how you gonna cheer for a triple. Right. Yeah. You cheer for a triple, I wonder how you gonna cheer for a home run. Yeah, you mean, so that's when it becomes fun. Yeah. You mean, that's when they smile. That's why. Why do you think MLB players smile so much when they play? It's fun. Because they're getting
paid a lot of money.
No, it's fun. It's fun still. It's fun to.
No, of course it is. You can tell it is. Yeah, of course.
So it don't become natural. I think it becomes natural when you work hard. Yeah. When you work hard, it just becomes natural. It becomes fun when you realize everything you've been doing is paying off. Yeah. You mean, it's fun. I'm telling you. I firsthand witnessed it with my son. Yeah. You mean, he's thrown. You mean, just this last season, he threw 2 no-hitters. Well, 1 perfect game in the regular season and a no-hitter during an all-star game. Oh. Against Crescent Valley, like over in Glendale. Mm-hmm. And it's fun. Like, he even said, he was like, Dad, it was fun. Like, knowing he was, like, getting every kid out slowly but surely, because it's a competitive fun. Yeah. It's a video game. Yeah. Like, you ain't gonna kill me first. It's fun because you didn't lose. Yeah. You mean, so, and it just becomes natural the more you play it. The more you play it, the more you know where to go. That's when it becomes natural. But it becomes fun when you're good at it. Yeah. And that's probably the main thing. And that's why, can you get kids who never have played it or don't want to play it? Yes. We can. Because it's on the coach. Because you got to remember, it's us that give them that vibe of, this is a game that, one, you're here to have fun. You ain't going to get in trouble. Yeah. And if you teach them the right way, they start believing in themselves. Like, oh, dang, it ain't hard. Yeah. This is easy. Yeah.
One of the things I picked up from one of your videos just recently, actually, was the key to being a successful coach was respect. And you spelled it out, RESPECT.
Yeah.
Respect. How is it that you get the kids respect? Because I see it all the time. We talked about that earlier when the kids getting yelled at for not catching a fly ball and just getting reamed, and they're not going to fall in love with. They're going to fall out of love with the sport.
Yeah.
How do you get the kids respect nowadays? Because back in the day when you were playing, we're kids, we got yelled at.
You know what? And that's the thing. Because of the childhood that I had, I was always talked down to.
Right.
And I think a lot of people took advantage of probably where I came from, that if they knew who I was, they would talk down more to you. It's almost like there's a difference as having, a stray dog that comes, or that y'all found on the street. Yeah. And he's cute and stuff, and you feel bad for it, rather than the one you bought as a puppy. The one you bought as a puppy gets to sleep in your bed.
Yeah.
The one you bought as a puppy gets real food. The one that's a stray dog got to kick it in the backyard. He get yelled at every time he messes something out in the backyard. He gets smacked up a couple times.
Yeah.
And I realized that. So the thing is I respected a lot of people, a lot of family members, a lot of family and friends that talked eye to eye with me. That would either try to help me or show me how to do something better. Whatever it was. You mean anything. It could have been, when my cousin showed me how to do the speed bag real quick on the boxing. It was a positive memory. And it was something that I respected him. Even up to this day. If anything happens, I got your back, bro. Yeah. I got you. Just because I have one good positive memory with you. And mind you, I'm a dad first. I've always been respectful towards my son because we're human. And kids, just because they're kids, I said that, they're still human, and they understand that. They might be 6. It don't mean you treat them like a 6, a 5. You don't treat them like a baby, because they ain't babies. Yeah, they grown in their own little world. Mm-hmm. So it's just like me and you. You respect me, I respect you. We cool. Yeah. The moment I were to talk down to you, you'd be a little bit more defensive and a little bit more standoffish. It's just natural. It's human life. So that's why I've always realized with my son that the more I gave him the respect, the more he gave it back to me. The more I showed him respect, the more the more he showed respect. The more I showed him love, the more I showed him, positive guidance, anything, he gave it back to me. But point is I never talk down to my son. Mm-hmm. Even when he's in trouble, I never talk down to my son. Because when you talk down, they block you out. Yeah. And when you get blocked out, it's useless and you lost them. Mind you, you gotta remember where I came from. Mm-hmm. So I know how the mind works in that category. So that's why I've never talked down to a kid, because I'm just gonna lose you. Right. You just gonna block me out, like, all right, whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna listen to you. Mm-hmm. So I don't talk up to them like they the man, because then they gonna just be a fool, extra. Yeah. They just gonna be extra bad. Right. I talk to them, with respect, and I let them know I'm one of you too. I'm one of you. Yeah. You a bad little boy. Boy, I was worse than you. I came from at your age, I would have beat you up because I came from that type of background. Yeah. That was the only thing I was good at one point was baseball and fighting at a young age. But that's why that's why I know the answer is you got to treat it's humans, bro. You got to treat each other with respect. Mm-hmm. You could meet a billionaire and you could meet a janitor. You treat them both with respect. Right. And the same thing with kids, man. Kids are elderly people. So why are you going to treat a 5-year-old different than a 95-year-old? Yeah. 95, you're going to treat her with extra respect because she done, he or she put some extra work in this world. So the same thing with a 5-year-old. Why are you going to treat them with less respect? Yeah. So that's where I got it from being a dad, bro. Everything I do, I don't change. Mm-hmm. The same way I am with my son is the same way I am with these kids.
The dad coach thing right there.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I've always been respectful towards my son, and I know it works. Yeah. So if it's not broken, why fix it?
Exactly. So. I like that. So what's your goal to with all the, you plan on just coaching for the rest of your life, just getting these private lessons here and there?
My biggest goal, man, I came from nothing. Mm-hmm. I came from the streets. my family, you mean, they've always been that confident. I mean, we're the baddest dudes here.
Yeah.
And I idolized that because it was like, damn, like, y'all carry yourself like superheroes. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the same thing, but just in a different way. You mean, it's called intimidation. You mean, so at the end of the day, if you stick to something, I know it's going to work. My biggest goal is to be the biggest, baddest coach, trainer in Southern California. At first, it was San Gabriel Valley because I was just trying to make a couple bucks because I'm a single dad.
Yeah.
But then when I started getting kids from different counties, kids that were driving an hour or two to come see me, you mean, then I started getting people on Facebook from other states asking me. Like, I had one dude in December that was gonna fly out here for Christmas break from New York or something like that.
Damn.
And I was like, you just gave me a whole nother idea, bro. Like, you mean, so my biggest goal, man, is to, one, make sure that all my kids are successful. It ain't about me. Mm-hmm. It's just to make sure my son, you mean, my life revolves around my son. Yeah. So make sure that, you mean, he's successful in anything he does in life, even if it's not a baseball. Yeah. I'm going to build him so confident, make him build vision so big that he's still going to be successful in whatever he decides to do. So my biggest goal is to, you mean, make sure that my son's successful. Every kid that I work with is successful. Mm-hmm. As far as my personal goals, what I want to do with it, I mean, have the biggest facility in Southern California. I mean, I'm talking, it's going to be
like the big warehouse with stations everywhere.
I'm talking, it's going to be, it's going to be a whole day thing. You can come. You mean, at the end of the day, I'm a good dad, man. Like, I'm a great dad. You mean, and the thing is, you mean, you gonna come because that's all we do is eat, sleep, breathe baseball. Yeah. I mean, if we do watch a show, you mean, if we do watch TV, my son's not allowed to watch, at least not on with me. He's not allowed to watch no BS stuff because I don't watch no BS stuff. Mm-hmm. The news, Keeping Up with Kardashians, I mean, all them other foolish shows that are up that are just, I mean, they just twist your mind up. Yeah. They're encouraging cheating, lying, stealing. They're encouraging all that stuff. And I don't watch that stuff. If he does get to watch shows, man, he's old school like me, man. He gonna watch French Prince of Bel-Air. So that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, my biggest goal is to have. What I'm still doing, man. It's a babysitter, but I'm gonna just teach you baseball. We just breathing baseball. Yeah. You mean, you come after school, and you mean, it's gonna be the biggest facility where you come after school, and you mean, I got tutors. Cause I really do teach life, man. Yeah. I preach school on my son all the time, cause I didn't have guidance like that, man. That told me what the keys were to success. You mean, I wish I had somebody to. I had to learn it. I had to figure stuff out. Every opportunities and jobs and good jobs. I worked at a police department. Worked at in Beverly Hills with rich people. I had to learn how to do it by myself. I had to apply. I had to. Luckily get help from friends at the time or something that were going through the same thing. But I never had guidance. Yeah. My job is to guide them and give them the answers. Imagine if we had a door and your dad said, that door right there is success and that door right there is failure. Yeah. I'm telling you to go to success. Right. How thankful would you be today? Yeah. And I'm not even saying you're not successful, but I'm talking you'd be even better than what you were. Yeah. And so they gonna come, they gonna have them tutors that are just strictly just smart. Yeah. Because school is I really do preschool. Yeah. I don't feel that, school is only key, but it's part of the system. Right. And we just got to go with it. So you're just going to do good at it. So there's no excuse that the system held us back from anything because I know how it works. Mm-hmm. So, they telling you go to school, well, now you just got to be the best at it. Yeah. Because they got control over you like that. So you going to fail, well, they going to control your life and fail you. Yeah. So just do good at it because, sometimes we know how life works. Yeah. We've been through it. We know what not to do or something. Mm-hmm. So because I grew up playing ball and we had study hall and stuff. Something similar, man. I teach real life stuff. You don't want to do baseball? Cool. But you still want to be in a positive environment. I mean, come lounge. We got the room where there's just ESPN on. There's just baseball. There's just Sandlot on.
Yeah.
But you're not at home. You ain't in the streets. You're not running wild in the street. You come in with your brothers. You want to take ground balls. You take ground balls. You want to hit in the cage. You hit in the cage. You want to tutor. You go get tutoring. You want to learn how to change a tire. Well, we got a real life class too. Because they don't teach that in school. Yeah. And my thing is it's just being realist. It's being just common sense. Yeah. How are you gonna survive in this world? And that's the thing is that's how I'm teaching them is to survive in this world. Yeah. To think for themselves. My biggest thing is to think for yourself, man. Don't depend on somebody else to think for you because people are idiots. Yeah. Straight up. Mm-hmm. Just almost like driving. Yeah. You may be a good driver, but it don't mean someone else is a good driver. Of course, yeah. So when you drive, you ain't being aware because you're not a good driver. You're being aware because other people are horrible drivers. You
gotta watch out for your safety.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta learn to think for yourself. Like, well, dang, I gotta think for them now. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, my biggest thing is that, and eventually, like I said, I teach life through baseball. Yeah. Is to, because I offer a lot more than baseball. It's just
life lessons.
Yeah, I'm just good at baseball. So to be like, yo, I do this too. I still got to build my platform. Yeah. To be, that life motivational coach. Yeah. Where I can go and give y'all, because my thing is I don't even know I do it, but parents are like, bro, you had me wanting to go practice. Like you had us like about to grab our stuff and give you 100%. Yeah. I'm like, damn, like they even were like, bro, you gonna get paid big one day just to give like this speech to some college or to some pro team. Yeah. Really? But it's just real life stuff. It's real life. I started off straight up every Monday. Who here loves baseball? Do we know the difference between like and love? Yeah. They're kids, bro. Yeah. But you got to give them examples. Yeah. Because they understand. Kids are geniuses, bro. That's why you think they're so smart with technology and stuff. Kids are geniuses. Yeah. I really think kids are born geniuses. It's us that make them dumb. That's why. Yeah. That
makes a lot of sense.
It's us that make them dumb by telling them they can't do certain things. Yeah. Telling them they're not made for it. Telling them, you ain't never going to do this. You ain't never going to do that. And it limits their ability to think like, okay, I can't do this. I can only do this. And they just become, normal, people who live in this world. Yeah. But what was that going?
You're talking about kids, they're geniuses
but what was the whole point of that?
About them learning more?
No, I don't know. But my bad, I got so into that one.
No, it's okay. It happens to me all the time.
So yeah, that the biggest goal is to touch every kid in this world, man. Yeah. And give them inspiration, positiveness, confidence, motivation, that they can be successful, bro. No matter what background they're from. Yeah. No matter what background they're from. Like you took me, bro. You took me, who I'm a statistic. My people at my age are supposed to be dead or in jail. Yeah. Dead or in jail, bro. Like we ain't supposed to be anything else. Like, so that's why. My biggest goal is to touch every kid, because every kid, believe it or not, even if they come from good backgrounds. Yeah. That's why that's why I don't take a lot of, it's hard to take advice from certain people, because like, for example, I'll give you the first example, man, of what real life was. And when I realized I can't listen to just anybody, there was an agency, a police department agency that, their daughter got caught in a motel over in another city doing drugs, dope, something like that. It was a hard drug. It wasn't even marijuana at the time. Yeah. And marijuana was frowned upon about 10 years ago. But it was a hard drug, a hard drug. She got caught with another dude in a parking lot at a motel. And the parent was a highly ranked officer. Yeah. Talking highly, like a chief of police. And I'm thinking, you a chief of police? Yeah. How the hell is your kid doing this? Like, bro, you supposed to have like, your kid is supposed to be Superman. Yeah. Like, that's what I'm thinking. And that's when I realized, like, there's a lot of broken stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind closed doors.
Of course.
So my thing is through baseball is to guide every kid, no matter what situation you're going through. You mean mental abuse, emotional, physical abuse, anything you're going through, man. Every kid relates to it some way, somehow. So my goal is to at least touch that kid, however, whatever they're going through, because I went through it at one point in my life, to let them know that the world's not gonna end. Mm-hmm. Your life's not gonna end, and you could do better. You could get better. Yeah. And you could be something. You mean, and give them examples of, you mean, other people, or you mean myself, who probably have done it or went through that same situation they went through. And it's hard, man, because mentally it's hard when you go through a lot of stuff. If you've ever went through stuff in life, it's hard, man. So my thing is to just make sure, man, our future is just in good hands. Yeah. I mean, just make sure that we got some independent, good citizens in this world in the future.
There's definitely a lack of guidance going on.
Exactly.
Right now, you know, so
exactly.
That's good, man. I think you're doing a great thing, and you're on your way to being the best. You know, so you already conquered SGV. Now it's time to get some more of these counties.
You know what? I don't. That's funny because I don't keep track like that. Because that's not my worries. Yeah. I had somebody. It's funny because I was gonna put it on Facebook. I had somebody ask me, like, how many kids have you trained? And I was just like, that's a good question. Yeah. Like, that's not even my worry. Like, like, it's not, like, I forget to take pictures, bro. Yeah. Like, I forget to record sometimes. I got to remember to record. I got to, like, if I were to be able to record all my one-on-ones, bro, it'd be crazy. Yeah. Because I feed you some good. I have mom and dads that will message me after, like, Angel, you had all of us, like, believing in ourselves after that. Yeah. Because not only do we train, I only give it to you if you have to. It's an art. It's an art. It's not something that I write down, and it's not, this is for him. I'm going to teach you how to be confident. So confidence is, no, I don't do that. Like, it just comes natural, bro. Like, believing in yourself. Yeah. I mean, naturally. And then afterwards, that's when, it's therapy. Baseball's always been therapy to me. Mm-hmm. Anything bad that I've ever always went through, that's why this game respects me and loves me, because I've always respected it and loved it. And it's always, and it always took care of me. That's why I could never disrespect it. Yeah. That's why I can't hurt no kids. That's why I can't hurt nobody on the baseball field, because I respect this game so much. Yeah. And the thing is because it was always there for me when I needed it, as a kid, as a, teenager, as an adult, even now. When I was going through that, 8 out of 10 people go to a bar and forget about things and try to wash the past away. Right. That wasn't for me, bro. Like, let's go to the park, hit me 100 ground balls, bro. Please. Please, just hit me 100 ground balls. Like, I just want, like, 5 buckets. Because that was my way of getting my mind off of it and just getting away from the railroad. Because when you're on that field, you're away from the railroad for an hour, 2 hours. You're a kid, and like, oh, dang, I gotta go do my homework. Like, so that was my way to get away. Mm-hmm. And so that's this.
The sanctuary,
Yeah, it's a therapy to me, bro. And because it's always been a therapy to me. Naturally, that's my therapy. We're gonna work. I'm going to build you up naturally. Yeah. Because I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to build yourself up. Yeah. So I just showed you can do it. Yeah. I didn't do anything. You did it. Mm-hmm. I just showed you're capable of doing it. Now you got to start believing in yourself. Just, naturally. And that right there is what makes them, just instantly. Mm-hmm. Because that's really what it is, man. Yeah. And it's my therapy. That's my way of getting away from people at the gym. You get mad, you go hit that punching bag 20 times. Yeah. I get mad, man. Let me go to batting cages real quick. Let me go take 100 ground balls, bro. Hit them hard. Yeah. Hit them hard. I want to take a couple off the chest. Yeah. I want to dive a few times. Like, don't hit me no routine. I'm just trying to fix my fundamentals. I want them hard. Like real game situation. Let me dive. Let me take some off the chin. Let me get one off the chest real quick. Yeah. That's my therapy. Yeah. So, and that's the only way I know how to. That's the only thing I know, man, is baseball and being a dad in baseball. That's the only thing I know.
There you go.
That's why I was able to put that name.
It was easy.
It was easy. That's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
I'm not good at anything else. I'm good at it naturally. I can adapt.
Yeah.
I'm human, but those are the only things naturally I'm good at.
Yeah.
Because it's just both common sense, bro.
Yeah.
Common sense is, I think being a parent is common sense, but a lot of people lack common sense.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So,
but I still think that baseball is something that needs to be learned too, and it needs
most definitely. Most definitely. You know what I mean?
That's not common sense.
I think so.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
It's just a way to show them how to build confidence until they learn how to build confidence within themselves.
Mm-hmm. Providing them with all the tools.
Yeah, you're just showing them how to build confidence on how to catch this ball. Eventually, they just gonna build their own confidence.
Right.
The confidence where, like, when I go to a new school, I don't gotta be scared. As long as study hard, I'm gonna do good. Yeah. The same mentality that's taught on the field is what's teaching you in life. Never giving up. Yep. Tomorrow's another day.
Right.
You go 0 for 4 today. Don't give up, bro. You can go 4 for 4 tomorrow with 4 bombs. Mm-hmm. It's almost like life. Don't give up. You had a bad day today? Don't give up. Tomorrow could be a great day. Yeah. Because that's how baseball's taught me. Right. Baseball's taught me today I can go for 4 with 10 errors. Mm-hmm. Right? You could go from 0 to hero real quick. You can 0 for 3 strikeouts, and hit the most weakest dinker over the first baseman and be the hero because you hit the walk-off. Yep. That's crazy how how life works too. You can have the most horriblest day, but don't give up, bro, because you might get blessed tonight for some odd reason. Yeah. And that's
or just a simple fact that you woke up the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just don't give up. And that's what baseball has taught me. Yeah. That's why I'm able to relate life to baseball. Mm-hmm. In so many different ways. Yeah. Because I've lived the life. Yeah. I've lived it where I could have gave up a long time ago. I could have used the excuse to give up. Yeah. I could have used any past of mine to give up. Mm-hmm. So I think that's how those two relate to.
There you go. Well, I appreciate what you're doing, man. Keep doing it, and I support you. So
appreciate it, man.
Good luck with everything. So thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Angel Ramirez, dad coach, right here.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, throw out your Instagram right now. And your Facebook, Instagram.
My Instagram.
How do we contact you?
Oh, my Instagram is the real dad _coach. My Facebook is Angel S. Ramirez, and then my baseball business page is Dad Coach. And that's where all my reviews are. Every review that I've had, and this is the funny part of it, I've yet to train like a family member. No. Yeah, I've yet to train.
Other than your son.
Well, you know what? Like, naturally, they all got it, but they just, none of them wanted to play baseball or nothing. Mm-hmm. So all them reviews are genuine because they're strangers. Yeah. They're real strangers, bro. Like off the street strangers.
You get any negative ones?
No, but I don't get any negative feedback at all. Yeah. I don't get any negative feedback. It's the craziest because the thing is I really am there to help you. Mm-hmm. Even if your kid is great, my job is I really do know baseball. Now I'm going to take your kid to the next level. Yeah. Now I'm going to teach him how to do something that he doesn't know how to do. Yeah. So that's why all of my reviews are there. And those are genuine, man. Those are real. Like none of them are family. None of them, are paid. Yeah. They're all, genuine, real reviews. Yeah. So yeah, Angel S. Ramirez, Facebook, Dad Coach, business page, and Instagram, the real dad _coach.
There you go.
And that's that, man.
All right, man. Well, there you have it. Talking Again podcast, The Tap. We're out.
Thank you.